That's cute. Wait, I want. How do I? I didn't check to see if anybody was live. I did, but I did it like a half hour ago. I should have checked to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. Yeah, I don't see anybody live. Oh, that's from my TV view anyway. Let me go look another way real quick. Live. Okay. If anybody's live and I'm stepping on it to, I don't see live. I do want to talk about a few things. What's going on, Genesis? How you been, girl? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on, Choco Kitty? Yeah, I see Drip live. You know, I don't give a shit about that. Okay, and I did see he was live. Uh, so I'll step on his toes, his head, and everything. I don't, girl, yeah, that's different. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to check up on y'all. I was doing some work and I started thinking lately, due to conversations I've had with a lot of you and others, that I need to learn how to do, some AI, right? Or learn how to use AI because I'm seeing some fabulous things happening. But um, I was having a conversation with someone, a friend of mine, and we talk about AI, right? And some of the music people are making. And I was like, well, AI is actually making the music. You know what I mean? Like it sounds good, but I'm like, AI is making it. They not making it, AI making it, right? And so they were like, no, you gotta you they put in their work and then AI just added. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. But I started thinking, well, maybe it does work that way, right? Maybe it does work that way. Maybe you do have to still have some talent to use it, right? So, what I've been doing, I've been trying to play with it. Now, I'm only, not very long to be honest. Maybe I could be using the wrong program, so I used a few of them. I'm only using the free versions because, like, I don't want to pay if it doesn't do what I want it to do. And so it seems all cool and everything. Except, yeah, like I write. I'm a writer. If I want to write my own lyrics, it's not allowing me to do that. I could go and say I could go in and say, hey, I want to make a song. I want to use this person's name in the song, and I want it to be about this, and I want it to be pop. And then AI makes the song. And so that means AI made the song. The person involved didn't make no song. That's like me coming to you and say, hey, I want to make a song and um I want it to be about Leaky Leak and about him going to the first grade and being top of his class. And then you go in the room and you end up coming up with the lyrics, you write the melody and put everything together, and then you give it to me, and then I post it and say, look what I made, everybody. And I'm and then everybody like, oh, that's so great. And I'm able to say I made it, although I I didn't make shit. Right. So let me so what I do though, because I write like I thought you had to write your words. And I did that. So I'm gonna show let me see if I got it popped up. I wrote some words. I don't even know if I still have it up. Because it was so cool, y'all. I liked it. I may have shut my computer down though, sister. Ah, I don't think I have it up anymore. Let me see. it was kind of cool, but and it did allow use some of my words, but it changed the shit around and added other stuff that I didn't tell it to. I found one that used what I put. That's the one I ended up liking. All the others, though, they didn't want me to write anything. They just wanted me to tell it what I wanted to be about. Now, that's dangerous, right? It's dangerous to those who are really creative. It's good for those who aren't creative but know how to use dis- descriptive words. It's great for them. They don't have to know. They don't even have to know what uh, a melody is, how to create it. Like I don't create music, but I read and I write music. If that makes sense, right? I learned. I would. I took music. I took a cappella for years. All 4 years in high school, we had to learn how to read music because we had to sing it, right? And singing music means you need to know what a C is, a C sharp is. You need to know how to make that with your voice. Now, I don't play instruments, right? Um, I use my voice to make the melody, but I'm not saying I'm a great singer or anything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, though, if you give me a sheet of music, then I can read it to you, right? Now, okay, let's say I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to uh, write music. I actually do, right? I know if I come up with a melody, I know how to write music. But I'm not, that's not what I do, right? I never said I was great at it. Actually, this might be my first time ever even mentioning that I have um, that talent, right? But I do write. And I've been always telling people that I write. So when you're a writer, you can write anything, right? You can literally write anything that you want to write. So I've been writing poetry basically all my life that I can remember, as far back as I can remember um, rhyming. My mom used to educate me through what I call patterns and rhyming and things like that, right? And that's how I taught Mickey from when he was a baby. If y'all was here, y'all see me teach him. Do the words have to be real words? Not at his age that he's at now. They don't have to be real words. And then to be honest, even in rap today, they don't have to be real words because mofos making things rhyme that don't really rhyme. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's a thing, I guess, you know? Um, this is my thing though. If all you have to do is describe what you want the song to be about, and then it makes it for you, or you to make a other song. And I'm not talking about something to share with friends and family and stuff like that. I'm talking about there's actual, from my understanding. Hello?
Hey, this is Haley calling from Advancing Pain and Rehab. Appointment today at 6:15. Just wanted to make sure you were aware that you had a CMAT at 5:45 as well.
Oh no, I don't. Uh I was gonna come in for my appointment at 6:15.
You didn't want to do the CMAT?
No, I don't see a reason to do the CMAT. Like I haven't seen. It's been almost a year since I've seen that doctor, and I've just taken a CMAT like 3 months ago, and then before that I took another one. I thought that's what it. Yeah. So I'm not interested in that this time. Like I haven't seen that doctor in a while.
Well, I'll take it off. Um, you are your last day though, so if you could just come in a little bit early, that would be great.
Okay. So like if I yeah. So but my appointment at 6:15 though, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, if I could come in earlier, I'll be there. Wait, how early you mean? Like how, or like, because I want to come in an hour early and still be waiting till 6:15. You mean like,
Yeah.
okay,
Whatever.
okay, if I'm able to get my transportation, be there.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay, okay, bye bye.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment. And they tried to throw on an extra appointment on top of that appointment. And did that to me last time, which means they're getting double the pay. Um, even though I ain't paying, but the insurance paying, but I ain't even see the goddamn doctor in almost a year, either due to me or them, right? I make the just like now. I made the appointment. They made the appointment for 6:15, not me. They was like, well, she can see you at 6:15. I was like, I can't be seen at like 4:30, 4:45. Like, no. So now here we are on that day. They want me to come in earlier. And I'm like, "Mm, I planned my whole day from the beginning, actually from the day before to make sure I make this appointment. Okay. I don't drive anymore. Hubby drives me everywhere, or them or my sons, you know, because I become more, what's the word? Submissive to my hubby, because the truth is, through the years, when my driving license expired, 'cause that's the only time I really have no valid driving license when it expires. I may go years before I go in there and decide, but I still be driving. And hubby used to be like, "You don't have a valid license. You need to go and get your license." And I'd be like, "Shit, I ain't worried about that." And then when I finally decide to go, then I go. My license haven't been valid here in Delaware because I had used to have 3 to 4 different states driver's license. Okay. I think all of them have expired at this point. I don't think I have one valid driver's license. I have a Florida license, Missouri license, Delaware license, and Louisiana license. Um, and I have none of them at this point. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Am I sharing the screen? No, I'm not. But I'm about to do some work. I know a lot of everybody keep thinking, apparently, because it's been years. Some of these motherfuckers just every time they talk about me sewing. I do a whole lot of shit. I design t-shirts, you know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with me sewing. I make notebooks. I don't think there's too much of nothing that I don't make. I'm making Leak some I'm gonna make him his jacket, right? His coat or jacket, whatever you call it. It depends on how I make it, whether it'll be just a jacket or a coat, right? But I also want to make him a pair of sneakers to match with the fabric. Um, I'm thinking about that. But today I said, well, it's been a while since some of y'all, seen me really do any of my work. But I've been testing out AI, and I really don't want to pay AI to do something that I've been doing myself unless I see a benefit. You know what I mean? Like I gotta see a benefit. So let me give you I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. I was talking about the music though, as an example. So I write. And if I write, I'm good at writing. Um I write a lot. I do not anymore. Uh can Once you could write and understand how things are set up, it's easy to write. Um and I don't want to be competing, which I probably would never be competing, right? Unless I become a writer for someone, which I, have never. I participated in writing for many things, like y'all just don't know, right? When um and when I say many things, like I've have said things without saying things, right? When I say that people take my jokes, they've taken my jokes, and you may know a famous joke, but you don't know that I'm the creator of the joke. I'm the writer, right? They used to come and sit in our room on Pell Talk and just listen to us, just spur with each other, roast each other, go back and forth with each other. And then 6 months later, the shit that came out of, and not just me, by the way, right? We had some talent for real, but 6 months later, our stuff is either in on a TV show or literally in a song. Somebody, and we knew that this was happening. Um, there would be people sitting in the room who never ever spoke a word. We know they're there because you can see their names there. They always there. And after we start realizing jokes that we were putting out, creating ourselves, we start realizing this shit was being used. That we would be in there laughing at that shit right there, roasting whoever's stealing our shit, but just having fun with it, you know? Um, so to be able to tell a story in a way where people listen and think it's funny and just laugh, that's a good thing, right? If they got people who do it and it's horror, I don't write horror stories, you know. Um, but anything else pretty much I could write. Now, let's talk about the AI. What is AI? How do AI get this information? Does AI create? Or does AI take something that's already created and mix it up, blend it up to create something else? And this is something we need to know, right? Because I've been telling people for years, like when I started hearing about the AI, I'm not totally against AI, but I'm saying when they started talking about how AI is going to take your jobs, I was telling people how they could prevent that. We are on the road to destruction, right? I know people don't understand it because it may make it's easier for you. Things that's easier for you, people see a benefit in. They never even think about the negative that this benefit. There's always a negative on certain things, right? You see the benefit, does the benefit outweigh the negative? And the truth is, no. Your comfort today is the destruction tomorrow. Your comfort today is the destruction tomorrow. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, damn it. Not. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Oh my, that don't feel good. I don't know what time is it. I do have an appointment. It's 5. I told Happy we can leave at 6, but he wanted to leave earlier. And I don't know it. But anyway, so in the next couple of days or whatever, I want to talk about what are the positive and the negatives, right? How could we can put a stop to AI by, but you got to do something to counter it. And that's the way, like, I was telling people how I made sure um, people couldn't find who I was. You wouldn't have been able to find my name or anything, right? Why? Even because remember, I worked in the tech world for many years. Okay. So what I would talk about, I was doing a lot of what they call data mining. I was uh, actually setting up these um, systems, right? Or servers. That's what we called them back then. We now call it the cloud. It's the same thing, okay? Where information is stored. There's a physical, actual place where these things are stored. And today, young people are so stupid, they truly think it's in a cloud up in the air. Okay? No. you connect without being hardwired through Wi-Fi or I don't want to get all into the technical about that. Okay, but You don't have to be hardwired, right? You go through a tunnel, and it's all technical. But what I will say is the way I was protecting myself uh, was because on the internet, I know where they was going to grab things what were going to be popular, like Gmail, right? Yahoo, and things like that. That's where our mail is stored. Now, I don't know why people use these free email services. When you have a computer, you can literally have your email sent directly to you. You don't have to sign into no one and let them store your mail. They don't have to get your mail and store it there for you when you can have it sent directly to you. And the thing that's always best is not always what we in America and in the world deem to be acceptable. In other words, hardwired is always better than Wi-Fi. And yet, for some reason, everybody wants to be Wi-Fi. You can go and when you build your home or go in to set up your home or whatever, update your home or whatever it's called, you could go in and put the wiring in the walls. They used to do that. When you purchase a home, you will be able to slide the same thing with the cable, right? Your cable. You would there would be a which come there. What's that thing called? Where you plug things in. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like if you have satellite and if the house been wired already for satellite, they have these little things in every room where you just hooked into it and bam. Same thing with the cable, bam. Well, that they started doing that with the internet years ago, but they stopped doing that because people do Wi-Fi. Hardwire is safer than Wi-Fi. Hardwired. That means when the builder build the homes, they put the coaxial and cable and everything in the walls that is in every single room. And that way your internet speed gonna be on par. It's not gonna be fluctuating and all that because you will be hardwired in. But we deem that something, I don't know, like it just went away. Lots of people not doing it like that anymore. And so they just Wi-Fi. So now we have these um routers and things that are Wi-Fi. But if you understood what Wi-Fi and how the signal and how your data is transferred, you would not be banking this way. You wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't do it. And so even to those of us who know the dangers in this, because it's the quote unquote normal in our society, we've adopted this Wi-Fi transmission wires wirelessly, right? Not hardwired. And so it's almost like AI. We see the benefits to it, but there's a shitload of negatives to it. And I'm gonna tell you, the negatives outweigh the good things. But people, if you're not told, if somebody told you that they stealing, that AI is not a real person with a thinking mind. They have to grab data. They grab data, they grab images, they grabbing everything. So anything that it creates, it comes from somewhere, someone else. It comes from someone. That cute little pictures that I have, somebody drew them somewhere around this world, and AI done grabbed it, and they can manipulate it a little bit. That makes it a little different, and add other things to it that makes it even more different. But AI didn't create it from scratch. If that makes sense what I'm saying. So they're gonna be a lot of problems. They're gonna arise. Because can you imagine you taking the time of creating a painting, right? You took the time, you put all your heart and soul in your work, and you love this painting that you created. And then I can go see your painting, put it into AI, and tell it to simply change the colors, warm the colors up, and, and, and it warms the color, it changes the colors. And then I tell it, maybe thicken the outline, maybe add some shadows here and there. Like, and AI can do that. But essentially, it's taking somebody's work and recreated on it. We call that copyright infringement and all trademark infringement. There's all kinds of legalities or legal words that we use with this shit. Now, Matt, remember somebody take a little clip of somebody's song and they rework it, and that person can sue you depending on how you rework that shit. But AI gonna be able to do it? My goodness, like what? So AI gonna make something for you based on your little information, and but then you gonna claim that is yours. And then somebody gonna come along and hear their melody in that shit, and they gonna come and say, "Well, no, that's mine." And you're not even gonna know who they are, in melody or nothing. You're not gonna know, so you really think it's yours. But how could it be yours? It's actually AI's. And how could it be AI's? Because they don't create anything. And that's that problem, right? To those who not really in that industry, you don't care. You just like the fact that you could create something, that you couldn't create before. To the people who really sit down, like my grandson, right? He's making his own sounds using anything around him. He takes a pin, he pops the pin top off and on and saying, "Listen, mama," right? And I'm like, "Yeah, that's a great sound." He he takes little things and making different sounds, and I'm listening to him do this, and I'm like, "Wow, he got a good sense of hearing beats and melodies already, right?" I'm like, he might be able to do something with that, but he may not do anything with it, right? It's just something that I noticed about him. AI doesn't create anything. It reworks something that's already created. And but I'm looking for an AI that will let me write the words, right? But remember, even if I write the words and they find the melody, my job, what time is it? 5? Really? No, my appointment at 6, so I got an hour. But hubby want to leave earlier, but I'm not leaving that early. I'll persuade him to leave closer to 6. It really just takes 10 minutes to get there. He says traffic. I'm like, I don't think that's traffic. I should have started this live when I got back. Let me think about this. I really didn't get up here to talk. I really was about to work, which I think I'm gonna do. Okay. Um, I don't really have nothing to talk about right now, y'all. What I'm gonna do some work. Y'all can watch me if you want. You don't have to. You don't want to, whatever. And but later tonight, uh, if I get this work done, that's why I want to do it now, right? And then I'll be able to come back and talk. Because man, YouTube is on fire. But just want y'all to know, YouTube is YouTube, y'all. It's entertainment for most of us. Yeah. Okay. YouTube is entertainment for most of us, for mostly all of us, to be honest, right? And I think as long as we keep it that way and be honest with it, everybody have fun. You know what I mean? I think um I enjoy YouTube. Okay, I enjoy y'all. Hold up. So it's been a busy day because I had an appointment before I went live as well. It was I like those virtual appointments. I was in bed. Yeah, I was in the bed. I couldn't sleep. I didn't get any sleep. I had a dream, and good thing I was talking to my psychologist. Is that what she is? Yeah. And I mentioned I had a bad night because I was gonna cancel the appointment, but it was too late. You got to cancel uh 48 hours. I'm like, what kind of shit is that? How you gonna know you need to cancel some shit 48 hours before? Suppose something happened uh a couple of hours before. You know what I mean? Where you need to call and cancel. And I understand, but 48 hours, I understand needing 24 hours. 48 hours, that's a bit too much. My phone way over there, I heard it do something, but if you text me, wait, am I muted? Okay. If you text me, I'm not near the phone. Okay. But anyway, I've been trying to catch up with some people because then, oh Lord, y'all crazy on the internet, baby. Okay. I just want y'all to know I'm on here having fun. Uh, if y'all heard me fussing at anybody, it was all in the name of fun. And I don't it seemed like people really want people to be angry at others. I'm not angry at no one. And all I'm saying is know that I'm here to have fun. And if you want to have fun with me, don't get mad because you think it's funny when I'm going at other people. But when it's your turn, especially if you raise your hand to participate, why are you mad? No, it's crazy. Some bullshit going here on the internet with some grown ass adults who playing games themselves. When they play the game, it's all fair and good and dandy. And when other people play the same game they playing, then it's like it's so bad and treacherous. And the one thing I didn't like about all of this shit is why am I taking to be so serious? But other people could play and shit, right? So when I do it, I go too far. When they do it, it's a okay. Um, if I didn't care about what people thought, I wouldn't give no fuck, no shit, right? You know what I mean? I just keep doing what I'm doing. But for some reason, I do care with the people I rock with. I do care how I look to them. But I'm not going to let them use that against me neither, right? I've always been the type to say, look, we show our weaknesses. Once somebody catch on to your weakness, they going to hold on to it. How do I know that? Because I do it, right? As a human who wants to protect myself, I just want y'all to know one thing or two things about me. I can be the best and the worst, right? I could be your the best ally, but I could be your worst enemy. If if you are enemy of mine, then I am yeah, I could be dangerous. I could be the worst. I could be your worst motherfucking enemy. Why though? For what? Like what kind of battle are we into? This is the internet. Most of us don't live around each other. What I say doesn't hopefully doesn't affect your family in a negative way. Only hope that bringing laughter to you brightens up your day. You may not even notice, right? Some people going back and forth with each other, with me or whatever, they may not have they're not smart enough to know that they may be working through some things that's in their real life through this little argument we having about whatever, right? We could be talking about AI, going back and forth about AI. You may have something going on in your real life though, and you just need to argue about it. You need to get it off your chest. Now, you something happened at the workplace with the boss. You can't tell him or her what you really want to say. You come online and you have an argument with me about something totally different. And it gets that stress out of you where you felt like you couldn't say anything. You know, these things are psychologically um, factually based in facts on how we express ourselves, um, and to whom and when you can and cannot. You got a job, you need your job because it pays the bills. You got the internet that relax and have fun. Some people are just straight evil, so they come on the internet just to be evil. They smiling in your face, right? But online, they come and they calling you all kinds of racist names, things that they really feel. That's their way of being themselves without people knowing. Okay, it says a lot about those type of people, right? Just because a person has a job, their job doesn't define who they are. They could be a very nasty person and actually be a doctor, right? They could hate people and be an actual doctor. So I try to come on and give you impart some knowledge. It also uh, helps me talk through something that I might be thinking about or going through. Um, that's the only thing I could try to part ways with, with you and say, hey, find your hobby, um, something to create something, even if your hobby is coming up with jokes. But if you're gonna do that, at least come up with jokes. You know what I mean? Think about it. Come up with something funny and good and like the Uncle Danko shit. Like that was funny when it was funny once. I don't even know if that was ever funny, but that sounds like my grandson type of funny, like when they in elementary school. But when we grown, our jokes are more significantly told like a story, right? And that will make it funny when people can visualize what you're saying, right? But if you want to be in that little area arena of let's go and roast each other, then I'm speaking to a particular person right now without saying his name, but I'm saying you got to up your game, baby. Like take some time while you at work cleaning, you doing your janitorial work, which nothing's wrong with that, by the way. Okay. While you sweeping them floors and mopping the motherfucking floors, you could be thinking to yourself, what kind of joke can you throw at Bomb that's gonna be funny, you know? Instead of some ankle dankle, because I'm thinking, nigga, what is he talking about? He must be talking about when I mentioned that my leg was swollen in 2019, 2020. I don't even know when this shit was, right? Um, I'm like, and even then, this shit he talking about is crazy. Talk about he saw me. I'm like, nigga, I'm quite sure if you look, you'll see a lot about him. I'm just wondering what you're looking for, though. What you looking for? Shit. Basically what I'm saying though is lately it seems like people forgetting that their internet is fun to them and it's also fun to the other person. But you're making it seem like the other person can't be just on here having fun like the rest, like everybody else. You kind of, oh no, he or she seems serious. Oh, they so emotional. Oh, they must be this. And I'm like, oh, maybe they just on here having fun like everybody else. And you know, yeah. And then it should go too far because there are some people who are actually mean, right? To the most of us, we're not mean. We're just stating our opinion, which we have a right to do. And but then people forget they get in their own little bubble, even though you in a whole chat with like 50, 60, 70 people, and you only talking about what you don't do or what you not doing. But all you gotta do is read the chat, and you might see that 30 people in that chat is doing what you say you aren't doing. And that's when I call people delusional. right? When you're not actively in the conversation and you acting like ain't nobody doing this, ain't nobody saying that. Well, all you do is read the chat and you'll see like there's 30 people saying what you said nobody's doing. And I'm like, what's going on right now? That's called gaslighting. Like actively where we all can see it. You're saying nobody's doing it, but we can see in the chat people are doing it or saying it. And you know who taught me this? Tommy Sotomayor. I hate to give him credit for the thing, but we as well, let me speak for myself, right? I'm gonna speak for myself. I used to be in because of our community, we'll say nobody's saying it. And what we really mean is that that's not what I'm saying in the moment, right? That's what I know that we mean, right? What I mean, when I say nobody's saying that, what I mean is I'm not saying that. But when I was up there having a conversation with him and I used the terms that we used in our community that nobody's saying that, Tommy was able to point out who was saying it or doing it, which makes you look crazy, right? Because I just said no, but then in my mind I was like, you knew what I meant, bro. And and then he'd be like, yeah, see these stupid motherfuckers. See, that is what they meant. But and see, the lesson he taught me was that he's right, right? He's right because he's talking about how another group of people see us, right? Because we're using words that we don't mean. So yeah, when we with each other having a conversation, because we have something in common, which people claim we don't have no culture, and yet we have language. Our language in itself is different, right? That's a part of your culture. But when you're speaking to people and you don't know what their culture is, what they ethnicity are, or anything like that, because language is different from city to city. In the same state, they can be using words that mean literally different from one spot to the other or one street to the other, right? And that's clear and that's true. Well, on the internet though, and when you're saying nobody's saying that, and we all can look in the chat, and we're like, yeah, you're not saying that, but I'm looking at like 80 people say that. That's why, when I say, well, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that right now. If it's just me and this person having a conversation, I say nobody's saying that, then that person know that I'm talking about me because we're the only two in the conversation. But on the internet, on panels, we're not the only ones having the conversation because people in the chat having the conversation also. Right? I understand that. That's why it make me giggle. But when the person who you're telling saying nobody is saying that, they're reading the chat, they're responding to what is said in the chat as well. And therefore, it's gaslighting when you're trying to tell them that nobody's saying something that they just read somebody say. And then what the gaslighting would make the gaslighting worse is that you're making it seem like she's just hard headed or he, right? I'm trying not to put any names on what I'm talking about, although most of y'all know possibly who and what I'm referencing, right? But I'm trying my best to not make it it's about them. But what I'm saying though, um, is then there all of a sudden it becomes like, oh, she's just stupid, hard headed. Oh, or that she's so emotional into it that she won't even listen to the facts that you claim that you're putting out. While you're not putting out facts, you're absolutely gaslighting that person. And you may not even be knowing that you're doing it because you're speaking from your point of view only. But you use the word nobody though. You're not speaking with your literal words. You're not speaking about just you. You're saying nobody. And while I'm watching this, I realize most of us are just having a conversation, having a fun. We're going back and forth. It's no big deal. In the end, there are people who are in the chat literally waiting for what's going on. The back and forth with some of us, they literally just been waiting. They're waiting for when everybody start beating down on Rude, and they're gonna eat that shit up. Right? They're gonna eat that shit up. They're gonna eat up the time when everybody come for me, or everybody come for this person or that person, this person. They're gonna come around. You don't see them no other time, and they come around and they egg it on, and then before you know it, it's way worse than it ever was meant to be. And so I'm just here to say, hey, everybody, hey, we on here having fun. People tell me, oh, Bob, you went too far. Well, I repeated other people's words. You mean I went too far by putting out what was already put out? People making it seem like I went and dug in the bag of, nah, this shit was already out there, just in different pockets. And then people, like somebody said, no, that's not true. You put it out. I'm like, no, I didn't put it out. Little videos, people talking, conversations. I'm like, I just decided to lay it out there, so it can maybe possibly be cleared up, or maybe not. Like shit, what is everybody hiding for? And that happens when we start liking each other. Thing is though, everybody don't like each other because everybody don't know each other. Just because we in the same spot don't mean we like each other. Some people come because they hate. People come in my area just because they hate me, and they hate people over here with me. And they'll come and try to start problems. I don't care about it. I say don't block them, don't none of that. Just let them rock and roll. Let them be the only one, in the chat looking on like they mad and shit, angry. The ones who claim that me and them are cool, but we not cool. Just because I say let it rock, don't mean we cool. I see them. I see them when they go to other places and mention my name that I'm not even there. The conversation even isn't about me. And they bring up my name, right? Like that James dude Hills, right? The ankle dankle raggedy motherfucker, right? Like they say me Bomb been doing this. No, that nigga been doing the same with the same old stale ass so-called jokes forever. He's never gonna be funny. He's begging to try to be funny and be somebody to where he'll go in a whole nother area and lie on me. But then when he's over with being bomb cool, me, him ain't cool like that. I just know a motherfucker snail who trying to be a snake. I know us just because he low to the ground and slow as fuck don't make him uh dangerous like a snake. The nigga is a snail. Just sprinkle a little salt around that nigga. That's all. He'll leave a trail of slime. You'll be always able to find them. Then they got the ones who have some intelligence about themselves, but I can see the hatred on them. They no matter what the conversation is, they're gonna always bring up Brownsville. They're gonna always bring up Sharon. They're gonna always bring those men up. They hate those men for what they have. Not not for anything else. These people didn't say nothing to them, harm them, or hurt them. They just it's a jealousy thing. And Then they mad at me because I'm saying, dude, it's obvious. Like, you dripping of jelly, like jello jelly, just falling all over you. It's falling off you, nigga. We can see it. Nah, Bob. Oh, I don't mess with Bob because she told me how she feel. I didn't even say it in a nasty way, but even if I had, it's still how I see it. But Bob, you wrong. Well, nigga, I see what I see. Everybody don't see what I see. Because everybody got a reason to either be looking or not looking. I'm like, why you go to my channel, like go to my channel to attack people rocking with me? Now just imagine if I just kept allowing that. You would not even think I'd rock with you if soon as you came up. I got paid by letting people attack you. Like, imagine that. Every time you going on somebody's panel where you don't benefit from it, but you allowed to just be attacked. It's almost like they set it up for you to be attacked. I don't let that happen here. But then he say I take side. And I'm like, well, I'm taking the side of, can you go to your own channel and do what you're doing and saying what you're saying? Why you coming over here to attack the people on my panel right now? Always trying to catch Brownsville. All my shit. And Brownsville come over here with the utmost respect to me and to most people. Whether you agree in the queens and all that shit, that's got to be the most ridiculous shit. There's a lot of people who call themselves and others many things, right? Some of us call each other hoes and bitches, but Brownsville being attacked for calling the men kings and the women queens. Ooh, ooh, we got to get Brownsville because he's the worst of them all. God, they ain't no queens. You can't be a queen if you don't have a kingdom. Wow. Man, let me tell you, baby. I'm telling you, that ain't jealous. And it's not just from one of them men, it's a shitload of them. They stand up proud to say, you can't be a queen without a kingdom. I'm gonna be like, you can't be a king without a kingdom neither, right? Oh, we're not talking about that bomb. Yeah, you just said that you can't be something without having something. We know that people ain't talking about it in the way of a kingdom. It's it's how certain people use respect, and they don't like that he respect women. Because I mentioned that he also called the men kings. And they want to bypass that shit right after he speak to the women first. He then speak to the men every time. He said, and also to the brothers, the kings out there. They overlook that part. They okay with that part. They don't like him talking to the queens, baby. We can't be queens. And what Brownsville say is, I don't even have to know her because I'm not even interested in knowing her. He like, I already got my wife. I already got my family. What's wrong with saying something nice? I said the same thing. I don't even use the term kings and queens. But I say, what's wrong with giving a little bit of, you know, uh, a compliment to someone to brighten their day? Because you never know where people are. And if all it took me to say was a word like, hello, how you doing? Or you have some pretty eyes. Or, oh, I love that outfit. That dress is so pretty on you. Oh, that's a pretty color on you. You know what people tell me? Mom, why you got to stop lying. But I am not lying from my point of view. I see something you may not see. Maybe I see it because I see it. And maybe you don't see it because you're not looking. And that's okay. But the idea when people started making it seem like I'm lying, Bomb, Bomb's lying, Bomb ain't lying. If I think something look good on somebody and I give them that compliment, that's my perspective. I see something you don't see. I see some of these motherfuckers, they desperate. They, they goddamn, some of them are one moment away from eating a bullet, you know? One way from crashing out for real and just saying, fuck, one decision away. And nothing wrong with me just saying, oh, you look, I like that sweater on you, all that color on you. We're different people. Nothing wrong with that, but that doesn't make me a liar. If you don't think someone attractive, but I do, it don't make me a liar. It doesn't make you a liar neither. But it's damn sure don't make me a liar. I like dark skin. I was looking at which all my art. And I'm trying to get out of it. I just cannot get out of showing the beauty of black people. I can't get out of it. Like it's always, it's just what I think is beautiful. Now, whether you think it's beautiful or not, that's on you. I can't make you like it, but you can't make me dislike it. And I'm just saying, there's a lot of nerve to a lot of us. A lot of us who really ain't got no real life in real life, but you're on internet and you want to spread your hatred in the small time where you do have something to say. You have something to say to the world, and you don't really get to say it in real life for whatever reason. So when you do have the opportunity, it's just all negative. Hey, okay, ain't got nothing to do with me. But I'm not you, and you not me. You could disagree with me. I disagree with you, and I promise I don't look at it like judging you in any way. I'm good with people saying, "Hey, Bob, me and you disagree." Okay, yeah, it's okay. Promise you. We all gonna agree or disagree, or we can agree to disagree, or we can agree to not give a fuck and just be disrespectful to one another too. Cause I can do that. Y'all know I can do that. I don't like doing it. I hate when I have to do it. But I just want you to know, you're not gonna use my kindness as a weakness, because I want you to know in my back it is just as much as evil as my kindness. I just keep it tucked away, hoping to never need it. It's never locked away though, baby. It's right there. I just gotta reach in the pocket and pull the bitch out. I don't want to do that. The bitch that could be in me, she not nice. Okay, she don't even want to come out. She don't like to come out. She want to stay asleep. She enjoy resting in her femininity. She wants to be in the back. She hates when I have to shake her ass. Come on, in fact, even when I could be calling that bitch out for a whole month and she still won't answer. She hibernating. What is called hibernation? Hibernating. I don't want to use the wrong word, but like a bear does during the winter months. Motherfucker just want to go and just go to sleep. The mean bitch of me just want to be sleep. She resting in her femininity. She getting fed. You know what I mean? She getting enough sunlight, just barely enough to just survive and live a great life. No worries, no cares. And then when I go to wake that bitch up, she be like, "Girl, leave me alone. Going, I'm tired. I'm chilling." She's like, I'm watching this TV show. Let me watch it. Let me watch City. Let me watch this shit right here. Leave me alone. And I gotta shake that bitch. And I'll be like, ooh, but I don't want to wake her up. Because she might even come after me. She may come after me. Shit. She not all that fun. Okay. I might be able to get her to play pity pat, play some cards a little bit. She'd be at the table. and she'll throw in some insults on the sly. Bam, and Nick, she'll do that, but she be having fun. I got to watch her because she might cuss her ass out. And so I don't be wanting to wake her up, but I just want you to know you can't use my kindness, the sweetness, be giving compliments, and then try to use that and say, well, she just old, she chilling. Nah, I'm chilling, um, because I'm chilling. I'm having fun. Don't wake that old raggedy, you know what I mean? Don't make the bitch in me get up. She don't want to get up. She want to chill. Watch her scary movies. They had a whole conversation over there about why women like scary movies. Thinking to myself, the whole ass is going on. Somebody even say Cleopatra was ugly or looked it funny. It's like, what the hell that came from? I, baby, it was funny, and then I started realizing, oh, me and that person not close like that no more, so they might think everything I'm saying is an attack on them. So I chilled and I left. I said, you know, because I'm not trying to, you know, man, the bitch in me don't want to come out, and I let her come out for a day, and she had fun, and then she wanted to go back to sleep. Problem comes when I be thinking I'm still need her. I still need her. I'm like, wake your ass up. I got a few more jobs for you, right? Don't be mean and then abruptly leave and let motherfuckers think that it's safe. It ain't safe. It ain't never safe if you attacking me. But I've really been. You don't think people hit me up and say, "Hey, look what this person said." They people been saying shit, and I'm just like, oh, I don't care about that. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't care about it, but I know. And how is it that you could say shit about me that you don't like, which is fair? But as soon as I say something I don't like, I'm being mean. I didn't. The bitch wasn't even out of me until she decided to come out. Now, mind you, I will look. I like to place some blame all on me, right? I don't care. I don't give a fuck because ain't nobody gonna do shit about it. Ain't shit you can do about it. And then sometimes I be feeling, mm, man, people think I went too far. So I decided to go and see what I said. Because I'm clear on before it come out my mouth, it goes through my brain. I didn't have to go and look at shit. I already know what I said, planned it out. In fact, I started being very obvious with it. Where I said, I'm gonna play it this many times. Like you gotta know that if I like I verbally said exactly my process, what I was gonna do. That means I thought about it. I said I'm gonna do it, and then I told y'all I was gonna do it, and I told y'all how many times I was gonna do it. I was absolutely saying, yeah, I think five should put it out there so they can know I'm clear. Um, I guess because one person said it once and I said it 5 times, I guess I'm the one. I'm not even the beginning, but possibly the end, right? Possibly, maybe not. But um, they said it once, and I said it 5 times. I said it 5 times. They said it once. They said it once. They the beginning. I'm repeating what they say, but I'm the one went too far. Well, I'm thinking, fuck these niggas think they are. Why y'all trying to gaslight me? I'm listening to rude talk, right? Rude is being rude, but I'm watching what y'all saying in the chat. So fuck. I ain't mad at rude. Like y'all said, rude being rude. I'm watching y'all though. Right? I'm watching the same people be who they be, and some of y'all apparently don't know who they be. I'm like, oh, well, that's who she is, right? Every queen gonna say what she say, how she said, whenever she wanna say it. She the same person. You know, the ones that get me is the ones that said one thing on my panel in my face and then was over there by Rude saying something totally different to him. Yeah. Oh, she airs her head, huh? Yeah. I'm like, but damn, apparently they must be scared of him. So they think they'll rather be on his good side and they're okay with being on my side because they're like, well, Bob like me, so I guess I could play in her face. You got me fucked up. You're wrong. You're wrong, 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 wrong. And let me tell you, the thing that makes me mad is if you somebody I don't care about, it's easy. I don't give a damn. But remember what Ruth said, when it's somebody you care about, they do it to you. Then you go, ooh, yeah. And I'm thinking, they got me fucked up, right? Because if y'all don't know, I guess now that I think about it, it could be dangerous for me to care about you. Because as soon as I see that you a sneaky, sneaky motherfucker trying to come at me behind my back, then baby, I feel like you done hurt me. Why, oh why would you want to hurt somebody you care for, but somebody who has always said they don't give a fuck about you? So let's make this make sense. Person who say I don't give a fuck about you, I'm gonna be me, I'm gonna do what I want. You can't hold me down, you can't strap me down, you can't hold me this, you can't hold me that. And then there's a person who say, well, I feel like we family, we cool, so you always can count on me and me for real. So that's the two choices. You got one person who tells you they don't give a fuck. You got the person over here who says, yeah, she give a fuck. And then when you got a choice, you would rather play with the motherfucker who care about you. For some reason, the one who claims they don't give a fuck is the one you will side with. Against the one who give a fuck. And I'm thinking, what slow ass bitch do that? Wait, so you okay with hurting the person that you claim you care about and they care about you for the sake of the nigga who says he don't give a fuck? And that makes sense. What kind of hurt number is this shit? What world I done landed on? And motherfuckers don't believe in people who care for you, having their back, having their side, not going against them in order to go for the motherfucker who don't care about you. This must be earth fuck up number 10 or some shit. I don't know. Cause I'm thinking I must be hopping, skip, skipping or something from different earth packs. Cause I'm wondering, there was a time when you stood by those who stood by you. And because you knew that they had your back and you would have theirs. And fuck anybody else who tried to come and penetrate that. That's used to be a thing. It used to be a thing where your family through blood with your family. And nobody goes against the family. Even if you disagree with the family, you don't go against them in public and shit. You just got to stay in silence of it and then talk to them in the back so y'all could get y'all shit together. But today, motherfuckers be claiming they ain't even family with their family. And I don't fuck with people who not family with their family. Because I realize if you won't even have your own family back, I know goddamn well I ain't fucking with you. These niggas who say fuck they mamas, woo, babe. I don't give a shit what your mama did. You could literally be not giving a fuck about your mama. But what is you coming telling other men and women to allow them to disrespect your mama? You got me fucked up. You're not trustworthy. And so I saw we do that, right? And now I see the women even talking about, well, fuck my mama. Because she did this to me when I was a kid. And I'm thinking, okay, like that could happen, right? They got some ain't shit mamas and daddies and everybody out there, right? Um, when we have a conversation and we talk about that too. But just to be like, fuck my mama, if you will go against the one who brought you birth, that ain't no motherfucking way you trustworthy to nobody. Like, I don't know if you know. Unless, like, I just watched the story that I was going to share where the young lady, her daddy was having, relationship with her. And then when the mom found out, she sided with the daddy. Who that? Ready to go? You see what time it is? Oh, yeah, it's late. Okay, I'm coming back. Yeah. I ain't even start getting ready. Okay. I'm a baby. I'm sorry, baby. I'm gonna be ready. You right. Okay, bye. Okay, y'all, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get off of here. I did not look at the time, baby. Um, it's a good thing I took a shower earlier because I had an appointment before. I gotta figure out when and where. I'm gonna just go. I guess I'll just moisturize my hair, let it just fall down. Oh man, my God, girl, I don't feel like going, to be honest. Got me on here all in my fifis. Listen, you cannot be trusted. Look, y'all better start paying attention. Y'all think people stab you in the back. The ones who stabbing you in the back, you know they're gonna stab you in the back. Like, and y'all think that's good when they say, "Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I want when I want to do it, how I want to do it." That sounds good and shit, but are they trustworthy? But people say, well, they trustworthy because they tell you yeah shit. And I'm like, that don't make them trustworthy. They just told you not to trust them. They told you not to trust them, and your dumb ass trust them. You think because they told you not to trust them, that it's okay to trust them. What? Hold the fuck up. Sorry, I can't even think. I'm trying to think what we the holy fucking Bible been listening to for the last couple of days. Well, that person said they ain't shit, and so yeah, so I'm a rock with them because they ain't shit. Even though I can't say they ain't shit, because then I don't know how they're gonna work out on my end. But what I do know is that I trust it. The idiotic, most bullshit, just motherfucking gaslit ass motherfuckers. Like, where your parents at? Who taught you? Where the teachers at? Where the people in your life who should have told you how life rocking, baby? They ain't teach you nothing about who to be scared of, who to be worried about. Like Jason, you care about Jason because Jason he got the motherfucker. What Jason got? A hatchet? I don't even know who. And wash your bathroom. Hurry up real quick. Jason had told you, well, Jason ain't say shit because I don't think he's taught. You know Jason is dangerous. So Jason is at that end. And Jason dangerous because you seen Jason chop some motherfuckers up. And then on the other end, you see somebody, they look all smiley and shit. They told you they safe. They waving, come this way. So you look at them, as they say, come this way, hide with me. And you look at Jason, you be like, and you're trying to figure out which one you trust better. And y'all motherfuckers will go to Jason. And you know what you say? Well, Jason showed me who he was. Jason told me that he chopped bitches up. So at least I know what Jason will do to me. I don't know who this person over here is. I don't know what they doing. But they smiling a little too much. They done told me they care for me, but maybe I'm not really worthy of being cared for. So I can't trust them because they got to be lying. Because why would they care for me when they don't know me? So I think I'm gonna take my chances with Jason because I'm prepared to be chopped up with him. Hmm. Oh, and you bitches think that shit makes sense. Lord, I don't know what's going on with, like I said, which earth are we on or I'm on in this moment? Ooh, ooh. But might be that water y'all drinking, baby, because y'all be like, I told you she needs some water. Hmm. Thinking I lived, I don't know, 50 something years. As long as I knew ice was water, just in a different state, right? See, motherfuckers told me, no, you don't need no ice, you need water. That's when I knew motherfuckers is crazy on this bitch. Huh? Mm-hmm. I'm like, so I said, yeah, I eat a lot of ice, but I don't drink no water. And they told me, no, you're doing it wrong. I'm like, what? What's God? When they also told me that sugar was bad for you. And I was like, yeah, but that corn syrup that's in everything. I said, that's worse. They told me no, Bob. I'm like, what? Uh, I'm like, wow. But that's what happens when you're not educated and anybody can tell you anything. Uh, we can see. You can literally see with your own body. If you eat some corn, your body don't like it, baby. And all they doing is mashing it up and liquefying it and using it as a sweetener. And sugar cane is natural, right? It grows and it's a sweetener. If we had to compare the two, I'm gonna have to afraid to tell you that sugar is better. Um, yeah, sugar is better than other options. Now they got other things that's better than sugar, honey, and even better than that, if we get rid of all sweeteners, that would be the healthiest, right? That would be your water, except your water, you don't know where it comes from. You're buying it. You're buying bottled water and you don't know what's in it. Lord have mercy, baby. But that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. Let me put on this dress real quick. What's the weather like? Yeah, I'm supposed to be leaving out the house right now. This hubby don't drive like I drive, baby. Um, let me see what happened to. Ooh, lordy. But anyway, listen, I'll be back. I just had something, I wanted to do some work, but I started rambling, talking my mouth, running my mouth. As usual, y'all used to it. Ain't no big deal. Um, if it hit you and it landed on you, I don't remember saying no names. Now, some it was obvious. Some may not be so obvious, right? I think that's what Rube was saying that I was gaslighting him because he said that I was speaking in parables and wasn't giving directness. Which that's why I told him I don't think he know what gaslight mean, right? Which is okay. I love you. Um, I love Rube. And so what does that mean? I mean, like, yes, he says things. uh, We all know that. And based on the things he said, uh, would be why some women wouldn't deal with him, right? But I heard what some of y'all said. Well, nah, he tell you who you. But we as women, sometimes we think we could change people, or we also know that everybody not just being totally honest. Because I, I don't think Rude is a bad person at all when it comes to certain things, right? Um, I can understand why you women like it. He's over there talking, being straightforward, not trying to be anybody else. He has that nice Texan accent. He talked like the men in our communities. Uh, yeah, I, nothing wrong with none of that. And any woman who I'm quite sure he gonna treat any woman who he really like, he gonna treat them well. I don't doubt that. The women got to treat themselves well. That's who need to treat themselves well. Okay. Um, it looks like a whole lot of women fighting for acceptance of rule because they y'all want to attack other women on his behalf. But there, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. What I'm looking for? I'm gonna just put on my slippers because I gotta be going. Look, I made it. It didn't take no time to get dressed because I knew what I was putting on. Hold up. Woo. Mm. Brush my teeth. Oh, oh. God. Ooh, that feel good. Oh, okay. I didn't even make up the bed. Damn. Yeah, I just had some bad dreams all night. Now, uh, well, not all night. I didn't go to sleep until like 8 this morning, but kept tossing and turning. I'll tell you about my dream later. But they, the snakes be everywhere, y'all. And when a snake tell you they're a snake, it doesn't make them a not dangerous snake. But it seems like that's what people seem to be saying. Okay. When you find out you're messing with a swindler, and you mess with him because you feel like, oh, he's trustworthy because he told me he's a swindler. I swear to God, I don't know what the hell going on. Why am I making up this bed when I need to be leaving? I'm so used to making up the bed before I leave. Make up this damn bed. Because I like coming to my room and the bed being made already. But listen, I'm giving y'all may disagree with me, and I'm okay with that too. But I would like to have the conversation on why y'all think that as long as somebody tell you who they are, that they safe. And I'm not necessarily, even though my inference is a little towards Ruth, but I'm not talking about him per se, right? He's just a catalyst. He's just, because I I'm using him because that's what people are talking about. Who's calling me? Hello?
Hey, this is Advancing Human Rehab. Just wanted to make sure you're still going to make it to your appointment.
Yes. I, it's at 6:15, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we on the way now.
Okay, sounds good.
Why did y'all want to leave or something like that? Like what's going on?
No, we're just the last patient, so we're just waiting for you.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, they're calling me trying to rush me. My appointment at 6:15, and it's only 6:03, and it only take if I were driving 5 minutes to get there. Hubby drive, it's gonna take him. It take about 10 minutes. Anywhere from seven when he drive, it take anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. If I drive, we be there. I done got there in 2 minutes. That might be why hubby say I shouldn't be driving without my license, okay? Because I'm a speed demon. Yes, I am. I drive safe. Good for it's okay. Um, love you all. Uh, I know when me saying I love you all, that means that I'm untrustworthy. But if I said I hate you motherfuckers, you nasty motherfucker, ain't shit, bitch, then y'all be like, Bomb trustworthy. Ain't that some shit? I might have to look. I've learned a lot of things. I'm learning how backwards y'all are, right? Um, if I say I'm wealthy, I'm rich, y'all give me money. I say, hey, I ain't got it like that. Hubby just lost one of his jobs. You know, he was working two jobs. He had a government job, he had another job. The government fucking up everybody. Government fucking up everybody. I say, yeah, we just a regular family. And shit, ain't got a donation to be given except through, there's a few of y'all who always, donate for real. Like, there's because I gotta say this, because they got people who every month, like clockwork, they send in their amount of money. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like they got it set up that way. Um, but yeah. Oops, I can't talk about money because if I talk about money, that means I need money. And if I need money, then damn, I shouldn't get no money because if I was wealthy and didn't need money, that's when I'll get money. But when I need money, then I ain't gonna get no money. Lie. I don't even look. I learned that, and I'm still confused about it. Uh, I can say, hey, I know everybody might be going through some hard times, so I ain't putting nobody in no bad spot. And then they got motherfuckers who tell you, yeah, I got a lot of money, but send me your money. I don't give a fuck what you might go through tomorrow or next week. And you give them their money. Okay. Man, if y'all not backwards, I don't know what the fuck is. I don't know. Maybe y'all upside down, or maybe y'all right side up in an upside down world. Whatever. Now, let me sign out of here. I'll see y'all when I get back. Adios, adios. Love you all. I'm sorry. I hate you all. Bye bye. I don't know what you want to say. I'm gonna say to those who like being loved on, knowing that somebody care about you. I hope you have a good day. And for those who don't like that type of person, because you call it fake and I'm untrustworthy, then fuck you. I hope you have a bad day.